December 29th. Niyama Wednesday. So, what happens if we start looking at COVID-19 and consider the Niyamas? I think there's a lot to be She's so loud sometimes. I think there's a lot to be said. We're taking a look at COVID-19 through the Niyamas. Purification, or rather purity of mind and deed and thought. It's really easy to take literally. You know, keep things clean. Wash your hands. Don't, get the vaccine to keep your body healthy and hale. I think that one's easy. Self-reflection could be seen a bunch of different ways, particularly regarding your own feelings about the vaccine and the illness. There's a lot of people out there who are calling bullshit. They're saying that it's fake. They're saying the vaccines will control your mind. Just really funny. Being able to really reflect on where these thoughts come from. Being able to really reflect honestly about the origin and truth of those thoughts and these feelings. You know, if you're sitting there saying, I don't want to wear a mask because it's uncomfortable, where does that thought come from? And is, considering purity of thought, is your comfort worth somebody else's health? Top is to continuously be on guard. All the time. Every day. You wear masks, you wash your hands, you stay 6 feet apart. You ask people, have you been vaccinated? Have you been boosted? Constant discipline at keeping the illness at bay. Constant discipline at the activities needed to keep the illness at bay. You want to go to a yoga studio and you don't want to wear a mask, but you wear a mask anyway. Contentment. We spend so much time. We want a house, and then we want to paint the house, and we want to redo the yard, and we want a car, and we want this yoga mat, we want this clothes, we want a different meal, we want one. We have this asana, but we want a different asana because we want a deeper practice. Cassie, please stop. You're not ever going to stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Contentment. That your health is a wonderful thing to have. Contentment that the health of your loved ones is a wonderful thing to have. And it might cost you convenience and it might cost you comfort. Maybe we have the discipline and self-reflection to enjoy the contentment of paying that price. Cassie, please. We have the contentment to pay that price. I'm working to have the contentment at some of this vlog not being audible because that frisbee is the loudest gosh darn frisbee I've ever heard. She's certainly happy to just play that game. Pardon me. This is very loud. And I need a moment. Unfortunately, me going and doing what I just did is playing right into her paws because she wants me to want the Frisbee. She's trying to tease me with it right now. And I don't want the Frisbee. I want it to be quiet for 5 more minutes. What happens when you test positive for COVID-19? How do we look at that through the Niyamas? It's not easy because I just tested positive today. And I was trying to do every single thing right. Wearing masks, washing my hands, staying away from people. I had a test on Christmas Eve, a rapid antigen test, and I was negative. And so I spent Christmas Eve with a mask on, and then Christmas Day, I spent without a mask because I had just had a test. And vaccinations and boosters. And yet, 5 days later, let's see, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th. 4 days later, it looks like I might have COVID-19. And I've been doing a lot of reflecting on where I might have picked it up, who I might have passed it on to, and a lot of reflecting on how this is making me feel. I'm terrified of long COVID. I'm quite concerned. My wife has it too now. Cassie. I'm worried about her. I'm worried about me. And there's nothing I can do about it at this point. Like, I can handle symptoms as best I can, right? I had a little tiny fever. My body feels like it's been run through a grinder. That's it. Those are my symptoms. Oh, tiny headache. Still have sense of taste. Still have sense of smell. But it is an emotional drain. I am very upset. Contacting every single person that might have it. So far, people who are at Christmas are testing negative. That's great. But it's a good practice to have. Reflection of, could I do anything different? Reflection of, is the responsibility of this mine? Did I bring it in? I don't think I brought it in. Like I said, I tested negative the day before. I don't know, but I don't think I carried it into Christmas. It's very upsetting. So there's an example of purity of thought. Blaming myself for it. I don't know. There's no need to blame myself for this, and I have no idea. And I did due diligence as much as I could. So not blaming myself is important, because if I blame myself, for this, that is not purity of thought. It is not the truth. Until I know. The discipline to continue doing all the right things that I can, like letting everybody know. And in some cases, letting somebody take care of us. The discipline to not go shopping. Ask somebody to go shop. The most difficult one for me now is surrender. If you're a person who walks around saying, I'm not going to live my life in fear, you're an idiot. This is terrifying. Sense of taste, sense of smell, my life. the lives of my loved ones, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. And so far, I have not surrendered. I'm actively fighting on every level that I can possibly do it. Because I don't want to give in. I don't want to just be like, it's just whatever it is, you know? Like, it is what it's... No, it's not. I'm guzzling liquids and eating soup, and I'm getting rest. I'm trying to do every single thing I can. It's rugged. But it's important to keep the discipline up. It's important to keep the reflection and the purity of thought. And to not surrender to the idea that I did this to people. Because I don't think that I did. And I don't want to be some kind of martyr. I don't think I did it. I don't think I carried it in, you know? This is what we mean when we talk about daily practice, though. We're not talking about asanas. Physical postures on a yoga mat are the easy part. I'm gonna throw this frisbee for this pup because she's going bonkers. Thank you for joining me on my practice today. Namaste.